It's the moon. Yeah, I know. The moon has different gravity. The moon has less gravity. It's a less massive body. It's... The moon is a twink of celestial bodies. So let's keep going.
Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, I am here now. Let me say hi to everyone. How are you all doing, by the way? But hello, Brox. Congrats on getting first. Hello, Loyet. Hello, Enjoy. How are you all doing? I seem to be able. Oh, hello, Tommy the Lone Wolf. How's it going? How's it going for you? And hello, Awkward Chankun. Wow, I have a lot of people here right now, and I was not expecting that, to be entirely honest. Oh, you're doing good. Enjoy. I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Rufus. Oh, my dear. Let me shout out Rufus. We're gonna test these clips. I've been scuffing it up. Oh, a new image. Rufus has a new image. Oh dear.
Like Panda Express.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Calculator 960. 1080. 540. Alright, let's try this now. Let's try this now. I want to try something. It is not immediate. Yeah, this thing takes a while, doesn't it? This takes a while, doesn't it? After I finish this. Did you not see that? Hello, Noxus! Let's try a little more. Let's try this. Oh, in 50 minutes? That's fine, Rufus. You don't have to watch the whole thing. It's okay, it's okay. But good luck with the exam. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the clip manager right now because I decided to do that while I started streaming, which was a foolish thing for me to do, to be 100% honest. That was foolish. Actually. Let's try it one more time for myself. Except this new clip manager that Luca uses, it takes a while for the clips to actually show up. Like, it takes so long. You're waiting for like so long. There we go.
It's been 10 years since Count Caroleon of Etruria took you in as his foster daughter. That's right. My adopted father has threatened me with much kindness. Oh, threatened? My adopted father has treated me with much kindness.
I don't like the go check out thing on top of the clip. I don't like that. So I'm actually gonna change that. Let me update this property. Okay, let's try it to see if this now works for someone other than me. Let's see, because Chase also often has a sexual themes tag. So let's check it out. If the clip ever loads. It takes a while to load. It takes a while.
Hot sauce and a Bloody Mary. Tobacco. I was like, Tabasco. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Okay. Did I spell that right? I mean, it looks right, but did I spell it right? Is it tobacco sauce? And a Bloody Mary? No. It's not a hot sauce. It could be, if you believe hard enough.
Perfect. So perfect. I am so happy that I can watch these clips again. Okay, let's so happy. So happy about that. Yeah, there we go. All right, we are going to copy that as well. And when we get to the game, we're gonna put that in the game screen. But anyway, how are you all doing this morning? I've finally fixed clips. So we can now view clips again. It just takes a while for them to load. Sometimes up to like 10 seconds, but now we have access to them again. So how are you all doing today? But also, I did give a shout out to Chase, and Chase is someone you should check out if you have not ever checked out Rip to Chase. You should. That's just a statement that I have for all of you. I need to get out of my pajamas and dress up. Yeah, so I've already done a lot today. I have a lot of energy today, unlike yesterday. And I think my hypothesis is correct. Because on Saturdays, I end up being really tired during the stream. I'm just like, bleh. But today I'm not. And the reason I'm not is that I did my cardio and calisthenics this morning. That's my guess. So on Monday or Sunday, I guess, Sunday through Friday, I wake up at ridiculously early, typically 4 a.m., so that I can do a little bit of cardio. I can do my core workout. I can do some pull-ups on my exercise tower that I got a week ago. I can do core workout. I can do my push-ups, and I can do my dips. Because I do those almost every day. Not all of them every day, but I pull myself up using a bar. I'm not putting pull-ups on. Very different type of pull-ups. Very different type of pull-ups. So, yeah. Speaking of which, I need to get some dice clips, some dice sound effects. I have Alex sound effects. I have Luca sound effects.
That's a patented Sir Alex fact.
But I should have dice sound effects as well. Because that would be fun. But yeah, I think the idea is that when I do exercise in the morning, I seem to be very energetic in the morning. And that's an interesting thing to note. Yeah. Whereas now, we're gonna start the game. probably around 30 minutes into the stream, so we'll have another roughly 15 minutes of stream. I'm gonna try to chat for another 15 minutes of stream before we get into the game. But yeah. But how are you all doing today? And no one's claimed second, by the way. Just FYI. FY information. No one's claimed second. Yeah. No you. There you go. Now Loyet is second. Congrats on getting second, Loyet. I think you should have gotten second anyway. Based on when you arrived. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. Anyway, I fixed clips. That's nice. Oh, what happened this week? This week was a very relaxed week for me. Like, I didn't have much going on, and not many people were around, and so, like, I didn't have serious deadlines this week, and so I was able to just, like, take things at my own pace, so to speak, where I would still wake up really early, but then I could get to the office around 9. I would still wake up early to do my exercise, but then I'd get to the office around 9, and I'd work until around 11, and then I'd go to the gym, and then eat lunch, and then I'd work until like 2, and then I'd leave. Because I was able to do that this past week. And then when I got home, I didn't have to work anymore. This is novel for me. This is a very novel thing for me. Usually when I'm at home, I have work to do. Because that's what my profession does. But, this past week I didn't have to do that. Next week's gonna be a bit busier. I'm probably gonna wake up, go to the gym before work, get into work maybe around 9 again still. But then work until like 4? Until like 4? And then go home. But I won't have to do work at home either for the next couple weeks. So that's nice. That's nice. I guess I'll leave a little bit early on Thursdays because I'm gonna have my Thursday streams. Yeah, this Thursday I'm gonna have another stream. My Thursday 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Pacific stream. Yeah, it's gonna be another ancient game. I'm not announcing it yet, but I know which game I'm gonna play. But it's an ancient game. Released in 1994. That's how ancient it is. It's not quite as ancient as what I played last week, which was released in 1992. But I think it's a more exciting game. I think it's a more exciting game because the previous game I played was not very exciting. It was kind of boring. It was very childish, you know. It's designed for children. But this one might also be designed for children, but it's not the same thing. It's not an educational game at all. At all. So that's what I'll do on Thursday. But what else? I guess I noticed that I wasn't really wanting to message people very much last week. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really interested in messaging people very much last week, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I was just like, maybe everything felt low-key for me, and so I was just like, I will use this time to separate myself from the world. Maybe that's how my mind worked. I don't know, subconsciously, I don't know. How much of a coffee drinker am I? Okay, so I used to drink a ton of coffee. Like 4 cups a day, or 4 mugs a day, I should say, which is probably closer to 8 cups if you're talking measurements, cups as measurements, because a mug is usually about 2 cups. And I was just like, this is way too much. And so over the summer, last June, actually it was at the end of May, but the end of May, I was just like, I'm going cold turkey. And so I did. I went cold turkey on coffee. And I stopped drinking coffee altogether. And that lasted until maybe September. Well, maybe a little later. Maybe October. Maybe October. It lasted until probably October. And then in October, I was just like, okay, I need to start drinking coffee again. And so I went to 1 cup per day. 1 cup per day on weekdays only, not on weekends. On weekends, I drink tea that has some caffeine in it, but not coffee, and so not as much caffeine. Like right now, I'm having a vanilla chai tea, black tea, I guess. But then this past month, before I became unbusy again, I started drinking a lot of coffee again. It was like 2 mugs a day. I have like 2 mugs a day was what I was doing until like 2 weeks ago, because I was that tired. And there were even some days when I had 3 mugs, so up to six cups of water, of liquid. And I was just like, it was a stressful, busy time the past month. But now it's not so stressful for the next month. But then it's going to be stressful for the month after that. It comes and goes. The busyness and the stress comes and goes. So you have no caffeine tolerance at all, Rufus. So what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like caffeine does nothing? So whenever I have to do exams, I drink 1 mug so I don't go hungry, because taking snacks with me can be a bit troublesome. So do you mean it does nothing to you, or it does so much to you? It does a lot, I see. So I don't know how much it does to me. I mean, it does something. And I feel like since I quit coffee a year ago and restarted even, it's done a lot more to me than it used to do. Yeah, I think my body readjusted to not having as much caffeine. And so this past week, I would only have 1 cup of coffee again, in the morning when I got into the office. I only drink it at the office, because I get it for free at the office. I mean, I had to make it in the office coffee maker. And I was one of the very few people who was actually super active last week, and I wasn't even that active, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, it's something I do. I'm not required to do this, but it's something I do, is that if I get into the office, if I get into the office and no one has made coffee yet, I will make the coffee. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty typical, Rufus. And so I do feel lucky that I don't have to pay for the coffee. But it's something that the office uses funds, or the department anyway, my department in the office uses funds for, is to provide coffee for all of the employees. So yeah. You don't drink it so you didn't pay sometimes. You indulged and took some cookies and did not pay for it. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. The first live stream ever was a coffee maker. That's an interesting fact. Huh. Was it a short stream? This feels like a sort of like, you know, the first ever, what's it called? Telegraph or whatever? Or the first ever phone call. It was like this short thing. So I'm wondering if the first ever live stream was pretty short too. Bridge University had an issue where the coffee machine was always out of coffee. Interesting. Speaking of which, there was one time in college where there was this coffee maker, and I mean, like, I had to pay for it there. I had to put money into it. But the coffee maker was broken in this one place. And I was trying to show the person in charge, and so I was recording a video of him getting coffee from the machine as well. He's just like, see, it's gonna work, and he pressed the button, and then like a couple ounces of liquid came out, and he was just like, what the hell is this? And so that's how he knew that we needed to do something to fix the coffee maker. So to avoid having to go all the way down to the break room just to find it empty, they set up a live cam so people could check from their dorm. Oh, that's clever. When Cambridge connected... Oh, Cambridge, I see. When Cambridge connected to the internet, the stream went live everywhere. I see. So Rufus just remembered that he left a big book in the drawer at the office, and he needs them to have termite control because he's on vacation. Will not be taking it home anytime soon. Oh. So does your office have termites, Rufus? Oh, interesting, Loyat. That even people in Japan thought that the coffee machine stream was so interesting. That's pretty funny. I thought I was going to talk about really serious stuff today. But I guess not, and that's fine. We could talk about coffee makers and coffee and stuff. I mean, to some people, coffee is super serious. Like, there was this guy that I had a sticky situation with, in college. Let's just leave it at that. But he was obsessed with coffee, like coffee connoisseur. Like, he needed it every day, and he liked fancy stuff, and like was big on coffee. Yeah, so for some people it's really serious. The desk is wooden, you don't trust them with pest control. That's fair. Rats and roaches, okay, fine, but not termites and ants. I see. It feels like I've never worried about termites. And yeah, I've never worried about termites and ants in any building I've worked in, which is interesting. Whereas, okay, I've worked in buildings that have had roaches for sure, and that's not pleasant. But rats, I don't know of either. There were probably rats in some of the buildings I've worked in, but I wasn't aware of them. I was very much aware of the roaches. So I worked in a really tall building. And I worked in a very tall building one time, and one of the issues was that sometimes people got have their offices in like the basement, and sometimes people had their offices in like a really high floor. And the basement often had roaches, but the top floors often had bats. And so you had to deal with like, okay, if I have to choose between roaches and bats, which would I prefer? The floor that gets roaches all the time, or the floor that gets bats every once in a while? Hello, King Maxwell. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. How are you doing? I did agree with you, Rufus. I ended up choosing the bat floors. So not the roach floors. That was my decision. But how are you doing, King Maxwell? So, out of curiosity, Rufus, why bats over roaches? I know for me, roaches just creep me out, and they were very common in that basement. Whereas bats, they're scary, but they weren't as common because they didn't get into the building that much. They did sometimes, like every like month or two, there would be one bat. Well, that's fair too. Any bat incident is a story to tell. There was one person who put up a sign on one, put up their own sign that's just like, this many days since we've encountered a bat on this floor. So that was fun. I mean, there was the maintenance crew had this can that they used to capture the bats and bring them outside. But so if you saw a bat, you were supposed to do that. One of the scary things about bats that's not true about roaches, however, is that if you get bitten by a bat, you need to get rabies shots. Right? And rabies shots are painful and expensive. So, yeah, how much is a full course of rabies shots? How expensive is a full course of rabies shots? So the AI, the Google AI, which I probably shouldn't read. I'm not doing that. I'm not reading the Google AI. There's an NPR article that says somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 for a full course of rabies shots. That is so much. That is so much. Ooh. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But hey, so that's the scary thing about bats. But I mean, if they don't bite you, then you're fine, right? You don't have to get the rabies shots. But if you know it bit you, or if you don't know whether or not it bit you, you need to get the rabies shots. That's the thing. You know? Because like I've heard stories where people have gone to bed, like in locations that had a lot of bats and a lot of old houses, so that bats had a lot of bat holes into the houses so that they could get into the houses. Apparently people would say, like, if you wake up and you see a bat in your bedroom, then you need to get rabies shots. Because you don't know whether it bit you or not. Be more worried about the pain and getting into the hospital in time. Yeah. See, that's a nice thing. That's a nice thing, and it would be nice if healthcare were free in the US, but it often isn't. And I do wonder how much insurance would cover. Because, you know, I get insurance through employers and stuff. That is a typical way in the US, is that there's health insurance through employers. Of course, there's a deductible, which means you have to pay a certain amount. There's a copay. You have to pay certain amounts, you know. But I do wonder how much insurance would cover for vaccines or for the rabies shots. But, oh well. I don't know. But it is scary. But yeah, that's how it works, unfortunately. Yeah, so now that we've talked about roaches and bats and coffee and workouts, because of course I'm going to talk about workouts. It's me. You know me. I work out all the time. I promise you, I am not a gym bro. Maybe you think I am a gym bro. I don't know. Do you think I'm a gym bro? Do I feel like a gym bro to all of you? I imagine that I don't give off those vibes, but I mean, with how often I go to the gym, maybe, I don't know. There was one time in college when some guy called me a gym rat, and I was just like, what? Because I felt like I didn't fit all the stereotypes. But I did go a lot. I went like 2 hours every day for 6 days a week in college. I don't go 6 days a week anymore. Spoilers. Hey, chat, spoilers. I don't go 6 days a week anymore. But what I do is I go to the gym 5 days a week and lift. And I do my cardio and calisthenics 6 days a week, but I do those at home. So I'm really only in the gym 1 hour a day for 5 days a week. But I exercise like 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. Anyway, yeah. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I mean, 3 hours is the time it takes from start to finish. I'm not exercising the entire time. There's rest time. There's like me doing some things like getting some water, you know. switching equipment that I have in my apartment, you know. That's life. Anyway, maybe we should warp over to the game now. Let's warp over to the... Oh, let me copy this. And let's warp over to the game. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Rufus, for stopping by for while you were here. Good luck with your exam and everything. Yeah. Let me test a shout out. Let me test a shout out right now. Let me test a Rufus shout out. Let's see if the clip works.
Bring back left eye and take me, like, oh my god, oh!
It worked! Let me test it on myself as well, so that I see whether it's gonna freak out about the sexual themes thing. Oh, this seems to be working now. Good. I only had to update it once! That's actually really nice.
Got away.
Huh.
Oh, dang it, but I can't do anything. Oh.
Well, that clip was interesting. Anyway. Let's play this game. Pardon me. Didn't mean to cough like that. Well, let's try Rise from the Ashes. Let's start this. Oh, I should change my category. I remembered this time. Phoenix Wright. There we go. Category successfully updated. Let's play Rise from the Ashes. Let's start this. A stab. Hello, Jorah. Let me give you a shout out. I added a new clip player, Jorah, although it takes a while for the clip to show up. Often up to 10 seconds, so we'll see how long.
We have to be extremely careful.
Hello, monkey boy. Thanks for the rice fact. You may have posted this one before. Alright. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you?
Finn!
Searching.
Hello? That's right. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey is no longer, works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Hello, Luca. Let me give you a shout out. I updated it. I updated my clip player to be the one that you use, so it's gonna take it's gonna take a million years for the clip to show up. That's how it works now.
I just, it's not that I'm a furry. I just did you
It is.
okay?
It is a good clip player, I agree. Oh dear, what is this? Good morning, everyone. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, Tommy's here. I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. Yeah, Edgeworth is rolling in his... I mean, Edgeworth chose death. I mean, I guess he hasn't done that yet, but... I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? I guess technically he is undefeated. I guess, yeah, Phoenix has a perfect trial record, the way I've played this game. Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. Ha, yeah, we've never lost a case. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Oh, I just noticed. Like, look at the pins Emma has on her coat. That top pin, the pink one. Doesn't that end up on Phoenix's hat in Apollo Justice? Why did I never notice that before? Anyway.
Yes.
I never noticed that before, anyway. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of, jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Ah, yes, I forgot. Phoenix Wright, the land where everyone becomes a prodigy at their field at the age of, like, 16 or whatever. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great. Another future professional in training. At my age, no less, yeah. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. I mean, you do that sometimes, Luca. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact, at my age, no less. Don't call you out like that. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. At my age, no less. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of a case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I never needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. That's how... I'm sorry. It's just... the abruptness of that's the entire conversation. That's how it ends. It's just... wow. February 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year, understood, ma'am. Wait, what was that all about? Huh. Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? What's with prosecutors being like defendants and criminals in this game? Like in the past two cases, we've had two prosecutors as defendants and one as the guilty party. 3 prosecutors all caught up in situations like this. Prosecutors are the devil. Yeah, that is basically what Phoenix Wright is about. Alright, I finished my tea. Now I've brought my water up front. Okay. 2 sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? It's just like me and Maya. It's just like that pair of breasts and I messed up my joke. Whatever. Hello, Aceloth, how are you doing?
Welcome home, Master. Yeah.
Let me give you a shout out, Aceloth. I almost typed a shout journey. But how are you doing, Aceloth? I'm doing pretty good. The clip takes a while to show up now. That's one of the things.
Shit.
saying that. You know what's funny? I died the
What a
same way,
series of events.
but from a different enemy.
What a series of events that was.
Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
I just started the case, actually. I just started. We had some chatting for like, oh my goodness. But a lot of people have come in, and so it hasn't been too... It's been like 20 minutes since I started the game, but we haven't done much. Anyway, the case. There's something you should know from the start. Which is? The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By... you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Enjoy your lurkies, Ace-Sloth. Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means... the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job, and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Well. Phoenix's just weird comments every once in a while are funny. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible that you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my third year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. Anything for a not guilty verdict. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Oh! Excuse me? This game was made in the early 2000s. We can't talk about homosexuality. Even though, oh, Edgeworth, I want you so bad. Oh, sorry. Anything you say? Well, D colon, etc. Yes, Luca. Well, not intellectually attracted, you dummy. It's the early 2000s when this game was written. We can't have physical attraction. Lana was the top of her class in school. I was the best there was. I was hoping I could talk to you about... Oh dear, Luca, oh dear. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say, there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know! So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana! Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. And I'm going to find out what. Hello, Rosie. How's it going, Rosie? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again, especially so soon. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Always smiling? Let's listen to like 5 seconds of it. Okay, that's enough. The best DDR Mario Mix song, Always Smiling. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she, well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. That's right, Emma, not everything is science. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. February 22nd, prosecutor's office. Underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there! Oh no, that's not Gumshoe. Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. A quick sniff? What? Who are you sniffing? Are you sniffing Jake Marshall? Or are you sniffing me? Because I took a shower before stream, okay? If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. I don't know if I like that voice for him too much, but it's what I came up with. But I took a shower right before stream. I don't know why I would smell like coconut. I don't use coconut smelling scented things. So yeah. Was that Ombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah. He's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems? Oh god. There's so much to investigate. Smell like a new car. Alrighty then. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both, kind of like a dual purpose. Aha, the theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Oh god, there's so much to do here. I'm gonna ignore that wallet for now. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. It's a mysterious lock. I fail to see what's so mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Let's finish this investigation first. Let's take care of this investigation first. There we go. Well, we've got to look at the ladder. Aha, a ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. I love the running gag of the ladder step ladder thing. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Oh, this is how we know it's dated. This is how we know this game is dated. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Well, you're a 16-year-old girl. Of course you can't budget, or you shouldn't be budgeting. Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you should be budgeting. I don't know. I don't know your family expenses. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. I think that's everything except for that wallet. Oh, no. Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense, you idiot. You Larry Butts. What's this, a wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Also sounds like it violates the rules of evidence, which has never mattered before until this case. Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already, at my tender age no less. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining, from every angle. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with the press of the A button. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID adds to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. They're not gonna let me investigate. I see police department, but... Alright, let's slide to the right and investigate all this stuff over here. A. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is? Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff! Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Gah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a cerveza you lack. Prosecutor's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. What are Vittles? I don't know. I also want to look up what this is. Oh, it's a playful, informal, old-fashioned word for food. I know what a saloon is. And alcoholic beverages. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, Just keep your paws off our clay. Right. Great. Great, maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Are you two all set? Us? I don't know who this is. Ah. I remember her. Look, she's got jelly-filled donuts on her hat. I forget her name, even. There are a lot of women in this case compared to most cases in Phoenix Wright. I will say that. What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passersby. Or are you officers? Yeah, why does she have jelly donuts on her head? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. The what queen? Huh? Huh? The cough-up queen? Huh? What? Cough up? Cough to That was Phoenix's reaction. You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Oh, I give them basically the same voice, uh-oh. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please. Oh, sorry. Please, Cough-Up Queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yipes, she means it. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was gonna happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of the innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence for this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. I mean, I'd like to find out. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones. The one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. You know that color makes sense. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really?
Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Ms. Starr?
It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Sky wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife.
Wait a second, you know Lana Sky?
Of course, it's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder?
She always travels light. Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
Hello, Hachiro! Let me give a big shout out to Hachiro. Hachiro, happy birthday, Hachiro! How are you doing? How's your birthday going so far?
That aside, what happened to Katsura? You know where he is?
Goofy.
No, he vanished after the incident. But then this letter arrived here just this morning.
Oh, McDonald's, nice. Out of curiosity, what McDonald's did you have?
The time has come. Rise as one. And do you think this is Katsura? I can't say for certain.
I'm curious what food from McDonald's you had specifically. Do do do. Do 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 do. Hot cakes and sausage. Ah, that sounds like a great breakfast. I've gotten that before. It is quite fun. It is quite fun. But yeah, happy birthday.
Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Enjoy your lurk, Hachi. Oh, something's happening to me. I'm getting this dizziness right now. I don't know why. Give me a second, everyone. Whew. Good thing I'm sitting down. I imagine it will subside in a few seconds, but... I don't know if my head is turning or if my vision is turning. I bet you could tell by looking at my model. No, I think my head was turning. Wait just a second, just a second. Let me eat some almonds, maybe. Give me a second. Ah. You know what I have? I have a picture of an ice cream sandwich. That's something we can look at for a second. I think I'm doing fine now. Okay. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win.
I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor.
Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there?
The glass-walled booth?
I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him.
Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility.
Hostility? Huh. Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. They're the devil, you know. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder.
I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past.
That'd be a sure cause for food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, coughing up Queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure.
I feel like this conversation is not over yet. Hi, chill guy. I have one game on my phone. It's called Solitarica. Hello, Acelurth. Welcome, Acelurth. Hello, Aceloth. Welcome back. How are you doing? A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy.
A box of pickles? Kind of sad lunch if you ask me.
Doing good. I have removed the dad joke tag. I don't feel I'm as good at dad jokes as other people. Like a certain...
Clockmon and I thought you could use a hand. A clock hand.
About this card.
Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else.
No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective.
And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady? Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective.
Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked?
Why do skeletons don't lie? Cause if they lied, they turn back into bones. It's cause they always want a tibia honest. Well, nothing more to say to her. Oh, okay. Hello, Enjoy. You peeking out? How are you doing, Enjoy? How are you doing? What an incredible office this is. I like how he frames his old jacket. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something over here.
A trophy? What, that shield?
It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you?
That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and...
Right. Her sister's the chief prosecutor after all.
Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here, he...
Hey, don't blame me.
We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder?
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
Edgeworth is self-aware. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car?
I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream.
But I'm not going to scream. Let's talk to you.
So the body was found in your car.
Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. And then we had that party afterward. I don't want to think about it. Well, I mean, that's why I have this look on my face right now. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that, I mean... Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir, Emma Sky, it's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound forced at all.
Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would be the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt.
I can understand. Wait, what did you say?
Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at her trial tomorrow. You, Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all.
What do you mean?
Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you?
Miles Edgeworth. The DL6 music. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it.
Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of that last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident.
What? That's crazy!
Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny.
Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one.
Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember.
2 years ago? I wasn't even a lawyer yet, whoa!
Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person. but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. Edgeworth's knife, the murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood. No prints. Edgeworth. What?
Are you sure you didn't do it, huh? Come on, can't he take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Well, let's check the evidence. I need to investigate everything. This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. Ah! What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now... Now there's a scary thought.
Okay, nothing else to do. Let's examine this office. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this.
My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy.
Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée?
I don't think so.
Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set!
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction!
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far.
Is there, Wright? Is there? Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds.
That's handy to know. Not because I'm Phoenix. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect.
What a nice desk, easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you.
A chess set. A logic chess set. Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges? Surrounding a pond with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing.
Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study this case report so closely. He's so cool.
He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder.
Is there anything besides the trophy left? I guess the couch is part of the trophy. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sorry, sofa. I don't know the difference between a sofa and a couch. Sue me, Edgeworth. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. Let's look it up. Difference between a sofa and a couch. The term couch, believed to be derived from the French word, is used to describe a piece of furniture with no arms used for lying. On the other hand, Merriam-Webster defines a sofa as a long upholstered seat with arms and a back, often convertible into a bed. Okay. Sofa's the more formal word, often having arms and a back, whereas couch is the less formal word, not necessarily requiring arms and a back. That's the difference.
Sofas like this make me want to take a... Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap.
I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool.
Sofa hair is cool? I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it. Of prosecutors.
Huh? What's that?
It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So?
So that K, that's...
K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Let's look at it. Given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors at the PD on the day of the murder. Let's investigate it. Doesn't look like there's anything to investigate. Well, there's something down there. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here.
It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it.
Woo! Anyway. Let's investigate it again. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done.
Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors.
Congratulations, King of Prosecutors! Please stop saying that.
That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh?
You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield.
The police department?
Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you?
Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about this award, for better or for worse.
Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
Let's also ask him about this knife. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you. We can discuss it after the case is over, in bed.
He doesn't like you very much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah. With Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
Mr. Wright!
Huh? What?
Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder?
Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors.
And that's when you got this shield?
I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12.
That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Parking stub. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered at 5:12 p.m. Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. This is the parking stub from the underground lot.
The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere.
He's so cool.
Yes, he's so cool.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
No, I don't like that voice. Excuse me? No. He sounds like he'd have a high-pitched, squeaky voice, a nervous voice. But I don't...
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me, is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
We'll go with that. I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky?
I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not on this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, but sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your...
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins.
Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month.
But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck.
Right.
Yes, sir? God, he caught me off guard.
As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there.
Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least.
Let's look at this parking ticket.
Miles Edgeworth, 1712. It's dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Emma. Boom, boom, boom. Police department. Let's go to the police department. February 22nd, police department, entrance.
Ooh, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
It's not disturbing, it's awesome.
Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast.
Hey, pal, what are you doing here?
That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there?
What? Well,
at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Let's investigate first.
I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals? Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those 2 officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory. A panda theory. Thanks for asking. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip, I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Look at that patrolman. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He's wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, A police drama in action! Somehow the thought fails to excite me. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here.
Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. I was wondering about that.
What, the Dancing Blue Badger? That's my masterpiece.
You made this, Detective Gumshoe? You made this, Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger. Fated to dance until he drops.
Blue Badger, a work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. Oh, I can't do anything. I can't examine it really well. What a weird set of evidence we have right now. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yeah, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean, this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall.
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy.
Welcome back with breakfast, Luca. What is the breakfast? What is the breakfast today?
A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal.
Oh, God. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card.
Ooh, sausage biscuit, that sounds good. I haven't had one of those in a while.
You can't just keep that, you have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot.
Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So, this ID card belonged to the victim?
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be found lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor called him out there to the parking lot.
And Lana's confessing as much.
Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently he's forgotten.
But I was proud for Mr. Edgeworth winning that award. Even with all the naysayers at the prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors.
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have, Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth.
As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about.
No, I wouldn't want you to do that either.
Good. He's in a tough spot again.
Again?
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this all for us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... what was his name? The guy in the parking lot.
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police.
Officer Marshall, is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction added to the court record.
Allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. This is a long investigation, my goodness.
I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there and no one will look at you twice, pal.
Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator.
Oh, I can't get the letter out? Okay. Alright, well let's move back to the underground parking lot. February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office. Underground parking lot.
Looks like the investigation is still going.
I have to be getting back to the shop. I don't know who this is. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, it's her. Oh, still here. Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard?
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd.
Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I wanted to ask you.
In the scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. Okay.
Would you mind reading this for me?
What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon.
It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate?
Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. You holding a birthday party or something?
Huh?
Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation.
Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here?
I like how you sing the part of the song like you did for Click Clock Wood and Banjo-Kazooie. I did think about that. And it's the same sort of part. Yep. Same sort of part as I did in Banjo-Kazooie. No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore.
Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Alright, let's talk to you.
Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim?
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, well. Aren't you a feisty doggy out there? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr.
One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. A feisty dog? What are you talking about, Luca? Or maybe a kitty. Or maybe a fox, or maybe a gazelle, right? According to the people I've asked about what type of animal I'd be. Oh, thanks for following, Francisca von Karma. Welcome in. Does a fruit roll-up count as a whip? Probably. In your hands, anyway. Oh my goodness, I have a celebrity in the chat. Anyway. Might hurt, but also tasty. True, true, true. It's gotta be one of those fruit by the foot fruit roll-ups. Yeah. Yeah. Goodman's autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Is my sister involved in the victim anyway? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So, there's no motive.
Who cuts a beard with a knife? Well, I mean, there are straight razors, and I think straight razors feel like knives, right? But Jake Marshall does. Jake Marshall, cuts his beard with his knife. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot?
So it seems. They calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. So we have a Dick Gumshoe and a Dick Marshall.
I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective?
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy-shoed detectives till 2 years ago, I tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Dick Machoke? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation?
Oh. What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
Alright, compadre. Count to 3.
Huh?
You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas.
Remind me never to visit Texas.
Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point.
You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you.
5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along.
Okay. Guess it's time to examine all this stuff.
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon.
Well, in a couple years you will. Spoilers.
This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out?
Check it out.
Right, let's check it out.
Oh, it's just doing this automatically, okay.
Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's check this phone out.
What the heck? Oh, I have to zoom in.
Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Da, da. Hey, that song, I know that! What do you mean, cute dance? My model doesn't do as well as other people's do for dancing. Hey, what's going on over there?
Sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed redial on their phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. What? Is my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, It's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh. I have incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman.
Property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Let's examine a little bit more. Red button means nothing. We'll get to the car in a second. Let's talk about the van first.
B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine.
Yeah, that is a little creepy.
This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks.
And they're the devil.
What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
You're right, let's see. 67S 122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Sorry. Still a 2 upside down. Okay. I think it's upside down.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self: for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either.
Goodman's note added to the court record. I think it's 221 SL9. That's what I think it is. You know what? Let's look at the evidence.
This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You have got to be the only person I know who would come to that conclusion.
Okay.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her.
Huh?
And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. My many condolences.
Officer Marshall?
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill wind, someone's up to something here. But who?
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is. Until he met you.
Rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence, everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals.
Wait, you're saying... What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show. For kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was... yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see.
Cell phone updated the court record. Property of Lana Sky. Last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder.
A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here.
Oh, Phoenix, you're not gonna know everything for like 2 days. To be continued. Oh, that was a long investigation. Jeez. That was a long investigation. Holy moly. Do I keep streaming? Do I stream through the trial, or do I call it quits for now? Because that was basically the entire stream. Essentially, right? The entire allotted stream time. I'm gonna take an almond break. But what do you all think? Should I stream the trial too? Yeah, I don't remember how long the trials are in this case either. I mean, I could stream the trial, however long it takes. An hour, 2 hours, whatever. Oh, there are two trial. Oh. There are two trial segments, apparently. I don't know how much I trust the Google AI. It says investigation for day 1 is 1 hour and 4 minutes. We, of course, took much longer than that because we read out all the details. It says trial former is 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 46 seconds. And trial latter is 29 minutes and 5 seconds. Meaning that the trial would take approximately, for the day 1 trial, well, I guess the day 2 trial, technically, the first day of trial, anyway, would take about as much time as the investigation. So I think we should probably call it quits for today. I think it's quits for today in terms of the trial. Let's go back to the let's go back to my lab, but first let me get my staff back out. Let's warp back to my lab now. Hooray! Well, Luca is not live right now. Luca, you're not live. Are you streaming today, Luca? I guess I did finish a little earlier than I normally do. I guess I could talk for a bit. Do people want to talk? I mean, if people want me to talk, we could chat for a bit. I don't know who's still here. But, well, Luca, what do you want to talk about? Let's talk. If you want to. Or unless you want to go live right now, then I could raid you, but otherwise. I guess the question is, do people want to... Let's talk about butter... I don't know how to talk about buttered sausage, okay? I've seen the meme, you sent it to me. But I do know how to make a clip of Luca. Maybe. It will show up eventually. What do you mean, cringe? There's no cringe when Luca's around. Delayed cringe. Yeah.
Oh! Hold on! That was orgasmic. Is this what Foxy feels when he gets a headshot? That was so creamy. That was so good.
Yeah, that's a famous Luca clip. A famous Luca clip. I wasn't around when that clip was made, I don't think, but I do know it's famous because I've heard other people play that clip a lot, or play the that was orgasmic sound a lot. Do you have that on your soundboard, Luca? Let's see, Luca's soundboard.
That was orgasmic. That was orgasmic. That was orgasmic. That was orgasmic.
Oh my god, it's so juicy.
Oh, I love that. What to talk about? Oh, the weather is nice. I've uploaded it to Discord sounds. My server has the sound effect. Yeah. I mean, I was playing the soundboard from your server. I went into my own server's chat room, voice chat, and then I was previewing sounds from your server. What? What do you mean? How are you calling me a thief from playing sounds from your own soundboard? I didn't steal them like I did with these.
Wow. 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 We did it! Wow.
Pull in D.
That's a Sir Alex guarantee.
D colon, yeah.
Clockmon and I thought you could use a hand. A clock hand.
That's so good. Hello, Enjoy! Enjoy is freaking out from hearing all the sounds. Are you freaking out from hearing all the sounds, Enjoy? Oh, I should change my category, shouldn't I, if I'm gonna just chat for a while? The weather does seem pretty nice. Maybe I should, go for a walk today. Although my walks tend to be quite long. Because I like going to this park that's a mile away, and I like walking to that park, and then walking around the park. I think last time I went to that park, it was like a 2-hour walk in total. So, yeah. Maybe I don't want to do that walk because it's a long walk. But maybe I should. I mean, I have things I can or should do. It is really long. It's really long. I think last time I went on a walk, which was a long time ago, by the way. It was around January. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was early January or mid-January. It was like 3 hours, or sorry, 3 miles total of walking. I think that's what happened. Oh well, it's fine. I did some exercise this morning already. I did my, what's it called? I biked for 2 episodes. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything because Jorah has not watched Hunter x Hunter yet. And Jorah plans to watch Hunter x Hunter at some point. So I'm not gonna say what happened in those 2 episodes out loud. But something happened. Let me just say that Poof was having an experience. Poof had quite the experience on these 2 episodes. If you know what 2 episodes I'm talking about, Luca.
That was orgasmic.
There we go. Anyway, what do you mean 2.0? When is that happening? Well, Steve, I don't know. I've thought about it. But I've never commissioned anything. I was thinking about getting some emotes, you know, but if I... Okay, what would I need to do, Luca, to get a 2.0? I would need to get, like... I would need to get art, for sure, like a reference sheet, right? Is that the first step, a reference sheet? Or is the first step just a model? I don't even know. I have to contact a live 2D artist. I see. Does that live 2D artist make a reference sheet as well? I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything about that. Because if you want me to get a new model, But I mean, like, if you wanted me to get a model, I would probably change the look quite a bit. Honestly. I would probably change the look quite a bit, and so if I should get a new model, then I should hold off on emotes. So that the emotes aren't the old model emotes. But I don't know what I want, that's the thing. I imagine I'd make it look closer to my actual look. Because I'm not very creative in terms of design. I mean, closer to what I look like as a human, right? Okay. Well, hi, pseudo magpie. Pseudo magpie.
Luca is a tiny baby that wears diapers. Yeah, this is true. Luca is a tiny baby that wears diapers. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, not Luca. Lucas! Lucas is not a tiny baby that wears diapers. It is Lucas who's the tiny baby that wears diapers, not Luca. Remember, it's not Luca who wears diapers, it's Lucas. Thank you, Haters, for correcting me.
Huh. What a weird clip.
No.
What a weird clip. Anyway, hello Magpie, how's it going? So, but what do you think? Luca, should I keep this model for like another year and get emotes now? Or should I try to get a new model? Is that what you're saying? Which one do you think is better? You don't know, but even that's fine. But I'm not a real streamer. That's the thing, Luca. I'm not a real streamer. It doesn't matter for me as much as it matters for you. Because you're trying to run an actual stream with viewers and people who sub to you and people who get emotes and art and stuff, you know, and I don't do those things. Magpie, weren't you surprised when I had an extant body? I don't just mean affiliate. Like, you actually work towards being a streamer. Like, it's actually something of value to you, or something meaningful to you. Whereas for me, it's just something I do for fun. I don't need the income. In fact, I resist the income, as you know. Head pat, Aceloff, unless you wanted to pat a random person. Oh, you don't, but still, it's like your job, though, Luca. It's your equivalent of a job. Head pat, Aceloff. Well, it could be. Head patting. There we go. See? Are you sure it's not a 2-stream notice at this point? Well, it's probably closer to a 3-stream notice. Ooh, legs are still sore. But yeah, because one of the things I wanted to do today, Luca, was actually draw up some possibilities for emotes. And so if you're saying that I should get a new model, I'm gonna put that on hold. I would not do emotes work today. Of course, these emotes would just be for my Discord server. They would not be for the stream. So yeah. What, Magpie? I do have a Discord server that no one uses except every once in a while, Miles will post an evil snowball in there. I could add you to it, Magpie. I can add you to it. Aceloth too if you want. There is already one emote in there and one, well, two emotes technically. Four emotes technically. Two of them would make no sense to you. One of them is Derpy Tie, and the other is the Evil Snowball. Yeah, one is Alex, not Sir Alex, a different Alex entirely. One of them is Greg. So you don't use better TTV. Why not, A Sloth? Here, let me Oh, a lot of people are online right now. Let me invite you. How do I create an invitation? How do I invite? Oh, invite people. Let's see. Magpie. Invite. There we go. How about A Sloth? Invite. There we go. There we go. You've both been invited. There, you're both in the server now. No need to be in the server. Yeah, Derpy Tie. Greg, yeah. Alex. And Evil Snowball, I bet you're gonna post as well. Although maybe you won't. There we go, yeah, you posted Evil Snowball. There we go. Welcome to my Discord server, you two, A Sloth and Pseudo Magpie. It's not open to the public yet, just so you know. And I don't know if it will ever be open to the public, to be quite honest. There's not much going on in there. But, yeah, my permissions are all over the... Yes. This server is not ready for prime time. Oh dear, what are you typing now? This is the secret party server. Apparently. I don't know how to make a good public server anyway. The important thing is that if I get emotes ever, they'll go there. But Luca. And Magpie and A Sloth and anyone else who's here, including Jorah. Do you think I should get a new model? A custom model that would be designed for me rather than the current model I use, which is a pre-made. It would be a lot of money, I understand that. It would cost a lot to get a nice custom live 2D model. Be cute if you want to. About what you want. See, the thing is, I'm not really prepared to spend a lot of money yet on this sort of thing. Then don't. They are expensive. Yeah, see? If I want a good one, it will a good live 2D one. Because A Sloth, you have a 3D one, right? Yours is 3D. But see, the question is, I was going to get some emotes. I was going to commission some emotes. But if the plan is to get a model... then I don't want to put the emotes in now. I want to wait until my new design is done and then get emotes based on that new design. Although I'd have to wait a while. Wouldn't I? I don't have that much money. I mean, I have enough money. You're super used to it. Yeah, it would be different to see a new model, but to get value out of any purchase. People think I'm crazy for spending money on Scam Citizen, but the amount of hours I dumped into that game over 12 years has value to me, yes. I mean, it is something I've been thinking about, but I've been thinking it would come like a year from now. Sorry, I just sing the song sometimes. Also take into account is the risks, like if you were planning a career transition or something, it could be risky. I'm not sure, yeah. Yeah, 3D. Hey Sloth, I like your model, A Sloth. But yeah, I mean it is 3D, which are different. It's very different from Live 2D, because for Live 2D you have to like do the art, and then you have to do the rigging. I mean, you do stream a lot. You were debating about affiliates still. Not really. Talking about emotes, so it sounds like you might be taking this more serious. So limited to compared to like Sir Alex's, for example. I mean, my expressions are very limited as well, right? Like I've seen what some people can do with their Live 2D. And mine, I can't do nearly as much. Cause this, I mean, this was, it's a pretty cheap model that I have right now that was designed for just like a generic use. I don't know. We'll think about it. Not as cheap as your burb. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Anyway. I'll think about it. I guess I can still drop some references for my emotes that I wanted to get. Because whether I get them now or get them later, I'll still probably want them to be the way they are. Luca, when are you going live? It doesn't have to be now, but if it is going to be now, I can raid you. But if it's not going to be now, I can raid someone else. Well, I mean, I could raid someone else. There are other people I could raid. Let's see, how many other people could I raid? How many other people would I be willing to raid on this list of people who are live? 1. 2, 3. 3. Oh, so you're gonna go live? Oh, Luca wants to hear me boss him around. I mean, I don't have to. It's not like I want to raid someone else. It's just I've mostly raided you recently, but then again there wasn't much. Fine, I'll raid someone. I'm just gonna start a raid now. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if Luca goes live instantly. It's done. There we go. So thank you everyone for joining. Today Brox was first because of course. And Loyat was second, so congrats to both of them. Thank you all for being here. On Thursday, we'll be playing another ancient game. I believe it was released in 1994. So not quite as ancient as the previous game. But another ancient game on Thursday. And then on Saturday, we will play Ocarina of Time. And Sunday, we'll play the trial for Rise from the Ashes, Part 1. Yeah, Trial Day 1. So that's the plan. I'll think more about some stuff. I also don't know how I would find a model artist, but thank you for being here, Enjoy. Mwah! Enjoy is the only person who gets kisses from me. No one else. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I'll see you some other time. Bye. I'm gonna I'm gonna warp out now. See ya.